chat during the session in the chat box, and it should be submitted at the end of the session. If you leave the session without filling the form, the certificate will not be issued. Participants will receive the certificate within 10 days of the webinar session. Greetings to one and all who are present in this virtual platform of learning. It gives me immense warmth and great pleasure to grace all your presence in the interest of the entire committee, and thank you for taking out your busy schedule and being here today. I, Professor Philin Christie, on behalf of Student Research Development Cell, Shodha, School of Commerce, Jain deemed to be University, and I Nurture Education Solutions, Bengaluru, have been given the opportunity to welcome the guest speaker, Dr. Satya Saminathan, and heads and coordinators of different departments and schools, research team members, faculty members, and very importantly, the students participants from various institutions across India. Jain to be University, an intellectual destination that draws inspired students from more than 38 countries to India's Silicon Valley, Bangalore. It has been established with an aim to provide quality education and entrepreneurial development. Due to its commitment in learning, research, academia, and entrepreneurial development, National Assessment and Accreditation Council has awarded A grade to Jain deemed to be University. iNurture Education Solution, it is a pioneering edutech solution for creator. iNurture revolves around a university. It collaborates with premium Indian and global universities to power new age undergraduate and postgraduate programs through industry aligned curriculum and advanced technology enablement. School of Commerce, Jain deemed to be University, empowerment of students, enhancement of values, and enrichment of academics and research has been the hallmark of School of Commerce. The constant innovation nurtured its various spheres of functioning, students with the immersion programs, entrepreneurs on training, and business simulations. Student Research Development Cell SHODA, it is an initiative of School of Commerce, Jain deemed to be University, and is aimed at enhancing research capacity of faculty and students. The SRDC was conceived as a platform for students to showcase their research, engage in research come academic work in order to equip students with the purpose and method of inquiry as a means of developing their world outlook. Dear participants, we are now moving towards our webinar topic, Technological Influence on International Marketing by our guest speaker, Dr. Satya Saminathan. Now, I take the honor of introducing our guest speaker, Dr. Satya Saminathan, PhD in Digital Marketing in Alliance with Search and Purchase Behavior of the Consumer. He holds the pride of being the first doctorate in South India in the domain of e-commerce and B2B marketing. He has 19 rich years of work experience, of which 10 years he was in the industry and 9 years in academia. He had a vibrant career growth, starting as a sales executive to associate vice president in the pharmaceutical company, aviation industry, and also the banking sector. He has been a part of every marketing department, which includes sales, training, digital marketing, and product strategy. He headed the branches in the bank, led a holistic team of managers, and was responsible for market broadening and revenue generation. In 2010, he moved to Great Lakes Institute of Management as lecturer for marketing to fulfill the passion of becoming a teacher. He was associated with more than a dozen colleges in Chennai and outer as a visiting professor, and to name a few, IIT Madras, LIBA, and SRM. He was awarded as the best professor for the year 2016 by the International Business Conference Committee, Goa, for his contribution towards teaching and research in the area of marketing. Being a committee chair on many occasions to lead an event, conference, department, and institution building exercises, Dr. Saminathan has built several research papers, and some of them were widely recognized among the research community. Dr. Satya also rendered consultation to some of the upcoming companies in the market on sales and digital strategies. Dear sir, I request you to take over the session.
Thank you, Professor Philin. That was a wonderful introduction. Thank you so much. So before we start the session, because it's 4:03 now, so I think right away we shall get into the session. But before we start that, I would like to tell all the participants that the topic which has been given to me is very, very intense. You know, if at all, if I have to talk really good thing in this topic, I may need some 90 hours for this. But then, you know, what I was given today is just 90 minutes, and out of which I have to give some time for you to question me as well. So what I'm going to do right now in the next about 75 minutes or so is that, you know, I'm going to give you the snapshot of what exactly happening in the area of marketing, in the domain of marketing, especially in the context to the international communities, right? So that is what we are going to do. One assurance I can give you, because you know, listening to somebody over the phone or some kind of Android screen is very tiresome, which I know that if at all, if somebody is going to ask me to do that, I would find it very boring. So what I am going to do is I'm going to make it as interesting as possible by showing a lot of pictures, a lot of real-time examples, in between some wonderful good stories also. But then at the end of it, you may not find it boring, right? So that is the ultimate purpose. I'll be very happy if you say that it was an engaging session. So to start with, uh, today, you know, the marketing, most of you who have joined today are students, right? So in marketing, it has become a completely boundaryless. See, to give an example here, the market has completely changed from 1980 to 2020. In 1980, the market was more of a seller's market. Right? So whatever the companies produces, the customers have to purchase it. There was no option given for the customers because of various reasons. The first reason is there was no globalization. Most of the places were, you know, most of the industries was dominated by monopoly players. So if you take an auto industry, probably two or three manufacturers were there, right? And you have to purchase the car only from those people, right? There was no option. But today, globalization plays a major role. What do you mean by globalization? I can stay in one country and I can make the sales in some other country. I can produce the product sitting in Bangalore or Chennai, and I can make the sale happening in San Francisco or somewhere like Sydney, right? That is called as globalization. And that is basically because the recent development in the marketing era had brought in this globalization concept. Due to this globalization, the companies are now tend to, you know, start marketing to survive themselves in the market. They are now expected to do marketing in every other countries apart from the country where they manufacture. So if you see that the two reasons for it, the one reason is the supply chain efficiency. Now that the supply chain has become extremely intense, right? So you have a lot of people who are helping you in the supply chain. What do you mean by supply chain? Manufacturer producing at one place and consumer buying it in the other place. But the transit of the product from one place to other place is called as supply chain. So today the supply chain efficiency has gone up so well. Similarly, the efficiency in production, due to the technological advancements, the machineries which are getting produced in the market in the current day have become extremely effective, right? So for example, I tell you, if you are going to have a manufacturing of a newspaper, okay, newspaper, we all read newspaper in the early morning, right? So newspaper. So once upon a time, I'm talking about 25 years before, any news which comes up after 11 o'clock in the night won't be published on the next day's newspaper. It would generally get published only on the next day, the day after tomorrow only. I will be able to see. For example, even if the prime minister is going to die, I may not know that. Probably I will know from the radio news or something else. But then most of the time, the newspaper would be able to publish only on the second day. But today, even if the news is going to come up by 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the early morning, the newspapers are publishing it. How was it possible? For example, take the example of IPL matches. Some of the IPL matches go beyond 12 o'clock at night, right? In spite of it, those IPL results are published in the newspaper because of the technological advancements in the market, right? So these two are the major determinants in the last 40 years, 4 decades or so. Beyond that, I would say that there is something called as the most important factor is the internet. Internet has become an inevitable thing in the current market. So if you are not going to be present on internet, for example, take you as an example. When you want to purchase a product, what do? You go to the website and read about them. When you want to join a college, what do? You go to the website and read about them. When you want to join a company for work, what do? You go and read about them in the website. So the website is not only their website. You are reading several websites. I go and read the feedback about the product. I go and read about the feedback about the company. I go and read about the employee, the way with which they treat their employee from websites like Glassdoor and all that about that company, right? So this is the advancement. So as a company, if you are going to be a marketer tomorrow, going to be an entrepreneur tomorrow, you are expected to do technology in the market. Then only you will be able to reach the boundaries. Because today you can't survive as a company having the customers only from one single place. You have to diversify yourself to get consumers from various places to withstand the intense competition. Why the intense competition happened? Because of globalization. As I told you, 40 years ago, there were only 2 or 3 competitors. Today, 25 to 30 competitors are there in every industry. So if you have to survive the competition, you may have to go beyond and increase the number of markets you target, right? For that, internet is the most important thing. Now, what do you mean by technology? Technology is an updated website. Technology is creating a Facebook page, Twitter page, Instagram page, YouTube channel for a company and posting the contents. Technology is advertising it on Google and other sites and microsites. This is what we call it as technologies these days. Creating visibility all over the internet. These are called as technology implementation in any company. But then I would rather say technology is not these. Technology, implementing a technology to capture the market internationally is something beyond that, which is what we are going to discuss today. What it is. Creating a website. Sometimes what happens is the companies who create a website and think that since my website can be browsed for a person sitting in another country, I have implemented technology. You know, my company is an IT centric company. Some people would claim. If I ask them back, how do you say your company is an IT centric company? They would say that I have a website and the website is maintained day by day. But the problem is nobody comes to their website, right? So that means you are not doing anything. This person, you must know this guy. He's Neil Patel. Okay, Neil Patel is one of the renowned digital marketer in the market in the the environments, right? This guy has told something. He said dynamics of every business is different. However, in click and mortar means digital. The bottom line is to put yourself on the top of the Google index. What do you mean by that? Google index. See what we do. Imagine I am coming to Bangalore. I live in Chennai. Imagine I'm coming to Bangalore for the first time. Okay. Imagine the moment I get down at Bangalore, I might not know which restaurant I should go. So what I will do, I'm going to type the best vegetarian restaurant in Bangalore, for example. The moment there are several hotels coming in front of me, when I type that, right? I would probably go to the hotel which comes in the first page, right? I may not go to the hotel which comes in the 100th page or even page because they were not putting in front of me. What is coming in front of me is my market. So this is what Neil Patel said. If you are not positioning yourself on the top of Google Index, you are not doing anything. There is another guy called Ian Dotson. Ian Dotson said this, 98% of people purchases the products which comes on the first page of Google Index. The rest 2% purchases it from the second page of Google Index. The rest 2%, which means if you are going to position your website after to the second page, you are almost like a dead wood. You are not doing justice in the technology, right? Okay, look at the interesting graphs which I am going to show you. The number of internet users, look at the difference from 2012 to 2019. There is an exponential increase, right? Internet is being widely used in India, right? And mobile users, mobile internet, people who are using mobile phone. Why is it important? Because you can target the customers on their hand, on their palm, right? Look at this. In 2012, what is the figure in 2019? Look at the difference here, right? It is more than 500 million people. Right? And the social media users, in 2012, only 30% of the internet users were on social media. But today, 70% and above who are using internet are all on social media, either one of the other platforms. Let it be Facebook, let it be Instagram, let it be Twitter, let it be LinkedIn. They're all there, right? That is because there is an increase, right? The next one, distribution. Look at the age category. 18 to 24 is 33%, 25 to 30 is 27%, and the people non-working women are 11%. So this is the real-time data. Whatever data I'm telling you is all a real-time data, and it's been taken by the world's best agencies, right? And why India is a market today? Because look at the number of internet users in India compared to the other countries. Number one is China, number three is United States. Look at the difference between the US and India, right? There is a huge difference. So if you're going to be an entrepreneur, if you want to do an international business sitting at home, India is the market, right? The best market. Okay, now the most popular social media, Facebook, and Twitter is kind of closely popular, but the difference between Facebook and Twitter is very high, and other platforms are all not even meagerly closer to Facebook, right? So the challenges in doing the digital marketing is competition is extremely intense. Why competition is intense? Because today, if I don't like a product, I may go out of that website in just about 3 seconds. I go to Amazon.com. I would want to purchase a product. If I don't like the specifications of the product, I would just close that window and go to the next product. Very easy, very simple. But if that won't happen if you go to a real-time showroom. If you go to a showroom or if you go to a shop to purchase a dress, if you don't like the dress, you probably ask him to show some other dresses. You won't go out of the shop. But on website, it is very difficult for you to retain them. Very difficult. The next problem is the roles and status in marketing is very, very important. If you understand what is roles and status, I'll give an example here for you to understand. Imagine somebody is working as a vice president in a company, okay, and he is also going to be a father of a 5-year-old kid, right? He's also a father of 5-year-old kid. So he is playing two roles in his life. He plays a vice president role, he plays a father role. Now imagine you want to sell a manufacturing machine which costs 50 lakh rupees. Okay. So if you want to go and give a presentation to him, it's a very high priced product. You want to give a presentation to him. You cannot go and disturb him when he's playing the role of a father. You can't go to him and ask him and check with him whether you can give a presentation when he's playing with his daughter in the park. Because at that point of time, he's a father. He may ask you to go out. He may ask you to, he may tell you that don't disturb me. You have to go and tap the cabin door on a Monday morning. Similarly, you want to sell a toy. You want to sell a toy. You can't go and sell a toy when he's sitting in his office. You can sell the toy to him only when he's playing with his daughter, because that point of time he is playing the role of a father, right? So that role plays a major role for conversion in marketing. If you don't understand which role the customer is playing right now, you may not be able to make the customer to buy your product. On internet, it is very difficult for you to identify that. On internet, it is very difficult. You can't understand which role or the status that guy is playing. Okay. So that is again a challenge when you are implementing technology. So you should always be worried about retaining the customer. Retention is the most important factor than acquiring new customers. Now these companies, all these companies which I have mentioned here, are all the classic example of one commonality is there between these 5-6 companies I've mentioned here. That is, all these companies were the market leaders at one point of time. Take example of Kodak, Orkut, Yahoo, Motorola. All these companies were the leading companies in their own domain at one point of time. And then what happened at one point of time? They all lost their market because they did not have the adaptability. They did not get adapted to the technological advancements. If at all, if you have to stay in the market for a longer time, you have to adapt the technology. That's a very, very vital point. Okay. So That is why, this person name is KV Kamath, right? He is Mr. KV Kamath. He is the ex-chairman of ICICI Bank. Okay, he was the first chairman of ICICI Bank. He told this in 1990s. Okay, he told this customers are coming to the bank now, but it would become vice versa, which means on those days in 1990s, customers used to go to the bank, but today most of us don't go to bank because we all do digital banking, right? So today he say that 45% of ICICI Bank's business runs in internet, on internet, right? That is why I'm telling you the most important factor to retain yourself in the market is technological advancements and adaptation, right? So very, very important. So this person, Tim O'Reilly, introduced a new concept called Web 2.0. Okay, Web 2.0. Web 2.0 means is a process of making the customer or the crawler as your participant or a partner to your business. Today, the biggest advantage of somebody coming to your Facebook page, somebody coming to your Instagram page, somebody coming to your probably your your website or to your Twitter page, all those pages, the most important concept which you may have to inculcate when they come to that come to your pages is you may have to convert them as your partner. What do you mean by converting them as a partner? You may have to ask them to share, you may have to ask them to comment, you may have to ask them to like, you may have to ask them to engage. By doing it, they are publicizing your company and the product to others. That is why the companies are going to the other countries, breaking all the cliches in the marketing in terms of proximity. It is very, very easy for you to reach any country sitting at one place by creating a wonderful integration strategy by making your own crawlers and the web browsers to participate. They would want to become a partner at one point of time, right? So retention is a game, is a very important thing. So retention, you will be able to retain the customers if you are going to make everything technological. Look at this example. This guy, Michael, had written it to American Express. He has showcased his displeasure to them. He has told them that, it's a terrible service, 24 hours, nobody contacted, call me urgent, blah, blah, all that. Right? For which American Express replied to him. When did they reply? See, if you see the tweet, it came 8 minutes ago, and the reply had come from the American Express 5 minutes ago, which means they replied to him in just about 3 minutes time. So they replied saying that, sorry to hear this, looping in our Amex team, they maybe help you and all that. So when you are going to do this in the to the customer immediately in 3 minutes time, what you are doing here is you are achieving two things. The first thing is you are doing an ego massage because he is extremely unhappy with you. So you are telling him that you are there to take care of him, right? The other thing what you are doing here is you are also making the customer to talk good about you. There is a word in marketing called as word of mouth. There is a word of mouth is somebody spreading good things about you is called as word of mouth. So if you are going to respond to the customer immediately, the customer becomes happy. Though he was undergoing a terrible issue over there, he may become happy because you reply to him immediately, and he may talk good about you to others. This is called making your own customer to become a partner for you. He brings in new customer to you, right? This is what Tim O'Reilly says in 2.2, Web 2.0, right? So the reply is a retention strategy. Look at this example again. Volkswagen. There are many companies today, though they belong to one country, they are able to retain a lot of customers in several countries because they are able to reach out to them over the social media presence. They are able to engage with their own customers. If you reply to them, if you answer them, if they wish you, they thank them, or if you probably send a a happy birthday message to them, happy anniversary message to them, they all like you. They start liking you, and they will not only be retained with you, but also they will become your own partners. They would bring in more new customers in. Okay, so So there is something called as big data. I'm sure many of you must have heard this word in the recent past. Big data, big data, big data. Many people talk about big data analytics and all that. You know, some of you might have wondered what is big data, why people are talking about big data. So I'm going to tell you from the marketing perspective what is big data, right? So there are two types of marketing. One is push marketing, the other one is pull marketing. In push marketing, if somebody is going to come and tap your door and sell a product to you, then that is called as push marketing. Right? They are asking you to buy. That is called as pushing the product to you, push marketing. Pull marketing is the flip side of it. You don't ask the customer to purchase anything. You just start a shop and sit and make some advertisements, and the customer will come to you. That is called as pull marketing, right? So in 1950s and 60s and 70s, the market was a push marketing. People would come and sell products in their doorstep. Go and ask the customer, literally beg the customer to buy their products. Later, after the globalization and all that, the market more or less became pull marketing. The companies felt that the customers should come to them. The companies shouldn't show the desperation to the customer. Now it has again become push marketing because of the technological advancements. The companies are coming to you, but there is a slight difference between the push marketing in early days and the push marketing in the modern days. Today, the customers doesn't know that they are being pushed. The products are being pushed to them. That is the beauty of it. You as an entrepreneur, you as a company, perform push marketing without even making your consumers to realize that you are making a push marketing. How is it possible? We are all undergoing every day. I'll tell you how it works. Okay. For example, look at this example. Imagine you go to Hyderabad. Okay. This is the example I've given. Hyderabad. The moment I get down at Hyderabad, some the restaurants are coming and falling on my screen, right? And the restaurants which comes to my screen are highly relevant to me. They understand what I like. They understand that I like chicken. They understand that I would like to have idli in the morning. They understand that I would like to have a coffee in the evening, right? Based on that, it is suggested to me. How is it suggested? Because now that every one of us are being followed, everybody's data is being getting stored, right? You go to Facebook, you go to Google, you search for some product. For example, you would want to purchase a book, so you search for a book, okay, in the Kindle or something. After you coming out of Kindle, you log into Facebook. The moment you log on to Facebook, there was an ad appearing in front of you which relates to the book search, right? You search for a mobile phone, and then you go to and browse something else in some other website. The mobile phone advertisement comes in front of you. I'm sure many of you must have seen it. You go to YouTube, the mobile phone advertisement might come in front of you. I'm sure many people would have wondered how it is happening. How do they know that I looked out for it? That is called as behavioral targeting. Every one of us search history is being monitored. Whatever we search on Google, whatever we search on the websites, whatever video we see, whatever movies we see, whatever purchases we do, all that are getting recorded. And based out of it, they are suggesting the products to us. And that is called as big data. The data about the customer, every customer's data is being filed, saved, and based out of it is being shown to him. This is called as push marketing. They are pushing it to you, but you don't know that they are pushing it to you, right? Imagine you and me are watching a same probably a movie in YouTube channel. Okay, you and me are watching the same movie. The advertisement which comes to you will be different from the advertisements which come to me. Basically, because the advertisements are coming to you based on the interest and the search behavior of yours. Similarly, the advertisements on my screen comes because of the information search done by me, right? This is called as big data analytics. And after doing the big data analytics, if you are going to project the right advertisement to the right people, then that is called as behavioral targeting. It happens everywhere. You go to YouTube, they give you recommended videos. When you go to Amazon, they give you recommended products. When you go to Netflix, they give you recommended movies. When you go to Amazon Prime, they give you recommended movies. All that are happening because of the search behavior of the consumer. They understand. Why do they do that? Why should you do as a company? Because I'll give another example here. Imagine there is a shaving cream advertisement coming in a TV. Okay, shaving cream advertisement. Okay, when the shaving cream advertisement comes, there is a boy, there is his father, mother, and a daughter. Four of them are seeing that advertisement sitting in front of the TV. Okay, out of which the boy, probably if he's over 16 or so something, the boy and the father will be using the shaving cream, but for the mother and the daughter it will be useless. So in marketing, I am making an advertisement, but 50% of the market which see the advertisement is totally irrelevant to me, because are all women folks. I don't want them to see my ad because they are not going to purchase my product. So this was called as inefficiency. But today, the inefficiency is completely gone. I would rather publicize the advertisements only to the relevant people. I would put across the shaving cream advertisement only for men. Probably I will put across a facial cream advertisement or some other lipstick advertisement to women. Right? I won't even go and target them for a shaving cream. This is possible today, and that the reason behind the possibility is technology, and the technology name is behavioral targeting. Okay, so now, and this behavioral targeting, how does it work? It is called as ad clutter. I'm going to give you, there is something called as AdWords. This AdWords technology records all your search requests. Whatever you search in Google, even if you are going to clear your history, no problem, they will record. Okay, history clearing in a laptop is nowhere useful. They are going to record. And similarly, there is something called AdSense. AdSense will record all your website crawling. For example, imagine you go to a website, probably like a www. Something like the timesofIndia.com. You go and read Times of India news website for 15-20 minutes. That will be recorded. So the first one is search, the second one is website. So both are called as AdWords and AdSense, and these two together pass the information to a technology called as ad clutter. Ad clutter. And the ad clutter is a technology which is being done by this Google's subsidiary company called DoubleClick. This company DoubleClick does the search research for every user. Every user. There are 700 billion people in the world. Everybody, probably you leave alone all the kids. All the people who are using internet, their information are all recorded because of this company called DoubleClick. Right? And the moment they understand your behavior, they may put across the advertisement in front of you. Okay, look at this example again I'm giving you. This website is called as cardeco.com. You must have seen this website. They are also advertising the website in the IPL matches now, right? So cardeco.com is one of the best auto review site. If at all, if you want to purchase a car tomorrow, you may have to go and check for the review in this site, cardeco.com. In the cardeco.com, they are making an advertisement here. Look at the advertisement. Price starts at 2.83 lakh from a company called Datsun. Okay, Datsun is making an ad here and asking the user to purchase a car by making an ad. There can be a washing machine advertisement coming here. There can be a vacuum cleaner advertisement coming here. There can be a refrigerator advertisement coming here, but they did not come. Instead, the car advertisement came. Why the car advertisement have come? Because the person who's coming to this website would come only to know about a car. Why should he come? He would probably want to purchase a car, and he must have searched for the economical cars in his previous Google searches. That is why this ad is appearing in front of him. Highly relevant advertisement, right? This is possible because of ad clutter. this ad clutter technology have to be implemented, if at all, if you want to do a boundaryless marketing. It's very important, right? So how does it happen? I'm going to tell you the technology behind. For example, moment the user types www.cardeco.com, the URL, his information is passed on to a third party. What is his information? His name is this. His email ID is this. He belongs to the age category between 24 and 35, or maybe whatever the age is. He or she, it is a gender. What gender it is, that person is. His marital status, his income level, his search requests, previous search requests, how long he is searching for a car, how many days he was searching for a car, how long he spent time in the other review sites. All those information are sent to the third party, and the third party will understand his profile. Based on the third party's understanding, the advertisement is put in front of him. Who is the third party? The third party is the advertising agency. The advertising agency, which is getting operated these days online, okay, online. And that advertisement agency will be in contract to the advertising company. Datsun is a company we saw, right? So the Datsun will have the contract with this third party, and this third party will put the advertisement to the right people on right time. All these things happens in microseconds. It won't happen after an hour or two. The moment you type www.datsun.com, by the time it comes, by the time the buffering happens, the advertisement also comes along with him, because it understands who you are. Based on it, the ads are put. Okay, so this is called as I told you, this is called as behavioral targeting. Very important technology. You should implement it, if at all, if you want to do international marketing, right? Influencer marketing is another example, right? Influencer marketing. The influencer marketing, look at this example. This guy, this person is an influencer. Influencer means he is not a celebrity. He is widely known person in the market. Okay, the person who's known in the market for a reason, because he's a popular social media guy. He may be followed by many people. So this company Renault has asked this guy to participate in one of the events, and that photograph is being posted by him, made him to post a photograph. Look at the number of people who had seen it. It is more than 4,000 people who had liked it, and many people must have seen it. This is the recent development in the market, because if you are catching hold of these guys, these influencers, they don't charge you much, and celebrities charge you in millions. These guys don't ask for it, so obviously you can pay some peanuts and make these guys to do all this. So this is yet another way of attracting the international audience, right? So once upon a time, technology to attract international audience is this. They thought that e-commerce, brand building, cost effectiveness, all that are the technology. But today the technology is completely different. Personalization. How many of you get email having your name on top? All of us, right? Dear Satya, dear Ramesh, dear Krishna, right? They mention the name on the top and send an email. That's called as personalization. When somebody is going to do personalization, we all like it. That's not done by humans. That's done by artificial intelligence. Because technology again. Customization. Customization. My birthday falls on 15th of January. Imagine. On 15th of January, when I go to that shop, I am given 10% discount. I am given 20% discount. Not that everybody who comes on that day to the shop gets that discount. Only me get, because that is given to me exclusively. Customization. Today, the data management is very, very easy using the technology again. Interactivity. You can interact with the customer. I showed you some examples on Twitter and all that. You can interact with the customer, which was not possible 25 years before, but today it is very much possible, and you should do that. Similarly, reference. You have to, I recently saw an advertisement from one of the car showroom, yeah, which is very near to my house, a car showroom. The car showroom had put an advertisement. If you share this advertisement on your Facebook page, you will get a free test drive. Test drive is anyway free, but then look at the way how they are using it as a reference point, right? So if you are going to share it to 10 people, you may get a free test drive. So these things can be done in the online front in the internet, the current market, right? So the market is also ready nowadays. Look at the number of years it took for a telephone to establish. It took almost 70 years to get into 50% of households. Radio took 28 years. 28 years. Internet took only 10 years. Only 10 years, right? Facebook took only 852 days to reach 10 million people. 10 million people. It's a very big number. And it took only 852 days. And Twitter took only 780 days to get the same number. The Google Plus, which came recently, took only 16 days to reach that many people, which means even if if you're not interested in implementing the technology, the market is asking for it. Customers would want you to implement technology. If there is no technology, there is no marketing, right? So you can't go beyond certain limits, right? So the rule number one, I know some of you may have some questions. I would like to save all those questions towards the end. I will just first go through all my talkings and then take up your questions. Thank you. So the creation of need is the rule number one in marketing. You have to create the need for the customer. There are two ways with which you create the need to the customer. The first way is giving information. You have to give him the information. The second one is you have to give the experience. Both are important. Information and experience. Information about a car is, the product detailing about a car is an information. Asking the customer to do a test driving is called as experience. When you go to a sweet stall, we all go to sweet stalls, right? To purchase sweets during Diwali time and all that. When you go to a sweet stall, telling about a sweet is an information. Why this, sir? It's a wonderful sweet. It's our speciality. That's an information. And he gives a small sample to you for you to eat. That is called as experience. So both have to be there if you want to sell a product, right? Right? And if you are going to implement technology, both are possible. For example, you can create a website. By creating websites, you are giving a lot of information about your company, about your product. You are having a YouTube channel and putting some training videos on that. That is an information, right? By implementing some social media activities, talking to the customer, replying to the customer's query, there is something called as chat bots. If there is a chat window coming in, if you go to a Facebook page, immediately there will be a chat window coming in. So if you type something on the chat window, the reply will be instant. That is called as experience. So both have to be inculcated, can be inculcated in every technology based marketing initiative. It is very, very vital. So the most important tool in the present days market is website. We all know that website is the most important tool. That is the number one thing which we need to do, if at all, if you want to implement technology in the marketing. If I want my product to be sold beyond boundaries, then I may have to have a wonderful website. Only through website somebody can come, know about me, learn about me, purchase me. All that can happen only through website. But the problem is, will the website bring the traffic in? No. If you create a website, it doesn't mean that people are going to come next day. The people are standing in the line to come to your website. No, nobody is going to come to your website. Right? Will the Google put me on the top if somebody is going to search for my product? No, the Google is not going to put you on top. Why? Because Google is a non-profit organization. Take it from me very clearly. Google is a non-profit organization. That is how they call themselves. So they don't want any kind of business to be made through Google. So they won't put you on the top. Right? They will put you on the top only if you do certain things. Only if you do certain things. Right? You must have seen this scene in Ramayana, Mahabharata, in other Chera, Chola, Pandya, all those any type of yesteryears based television serials or something. Right? This is called a Swayamvar. Heard of this term, Swayamvar, right? In Swayamvar, the princess would choose the husband. That is how it was happening those days. The woman who can choose their husband based on the taste and preferences of hers. So what would she do? Before she puts the garland on somebody's neck, those guys, the people who come for that Swayamvar, will be given some kind of a competition, and they all have to perform the competition. For example, they may have to showcase their excellence in archery. They may have to showcase their excellence in wrestling. They may have to tell them how rich they are. They may be given a topic and they would have been asked to talk about it. There are several, competitions being kept. At the end of it, the queen will decide who's going to be the king. That is called a Swayamvar. Why I'm quoting Swayamvar here? Very similar to Swayamvar, the Google is the queen, and your website is going to fight against billions of websites in the market to put on the first page of Google. How am I going to put my page on the first page of Google? By doing several things. Whenever I do those things, I will be given points. How the queen will give points? Okay, he's good in archery, I'm going to give 10 points. He is good in wrestling, I'm going to give 8 points. Like that, the Google will give points for every single activity you do on the website, right? So I really don't have the time to talk about all the technologies now, but I'm going to tell you one important technology which have to be inculcated if you really want to put your website on top. That word is called as keyword. Keyword is a very important term. What is keyword? When I'm landing myself in Bangalore, I am typing this on Google: cheap and best restaurant in Bangalore. In this cheap, best restaurant, Bangalore are all keywords. How many keywords are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 keywords are there. Whichever website is going to have these keywords in their website write-ups, okay, they are going to come in the front. They are going to come in the front. Okay? Keywords can be stuffed in the write-ups and blogs and all the interlinks and intralinks of the website. Whenever you write an article on the website, if you are going to write these keywords in the article, that will be considered as a point. And if somebody is going to type the same thing when they come on Google, your website will come on the front, right? And I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you now one thing. There is a tool called Keyword Everywhere. Keyword Everywhere tool. This Keyword Everywhere tool, I have the tool in my laptop, so I'm going to share you. I'm going to show you how exactly the Keyword Everywhere tool analyze a page. Okay, why some company is coming on the first page and some companies are coming on the last page, which we are going to see it live now. 1 minute. Okay, hope you are able to see the Google here. I am typing. Yes, Professor Felin, you are able to see that, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can see.
Okay, so I am typing best digital marketing company in Chennai. Okay, this is what I am typing. So what I'm getting in the first page is there are lots of companies coming in. All those are advertisements. Let us not consider the advertisements. Okay, I'm going down and I am taking this company called Digital SEO. Okay, this company is the first company which comes on Google. Okay, they must have something done phenomenally to come on the first page first, beyond all these competitions. Okay, there are millions of pages waiting behind, but this company has done something extraordinary to put themselves on the first page. So we are going to see how they have come. What I'm doing, I am opening this page. Okay, I'm opening this page and I'm going to that page. Okay, so I have the keyword everywhere. Look at the arrow mark. There is a tool called Keyword Everywhere on the right hand side top, right? I have downloaded this software in my laptop. That's why it is there with me. So if you download it, this mark will come on top, right? So now what I'm going to do, I'm just simply going to right click. I have done a right click and there is an option given, analyze this page. I am analyzing this page. Simply, very simple. if I analyze this page, look at this. These are all the keywords which are used inside the website's write-ups. Okay. Digital marketing. How many times it has appeared? 29 times. And what is the percentage of the occurrence? 3.26 percentage. Digital 40 times. And the percentage 2.25. Chennai, I have put Chennai, right? It came eight times. Okay. And the percentage is 0.90. And there is one more Chennai here, which comes 11 and 0.62. So they have put used these keywords in their write-ups. That's why this company is coming on top. Now, let me see the other example. I'll go to the other example. I'm randomly going to some page like page number 9. Okay. I'm going to page number 9 and probably I am, okay, 1 minute. I'll go to probably page number 10. Okay. And I am randomly clicking this Raga Designers. Okay. As a page, Raga Designers. This came in the page number 10. They were not able to come to the page number 1. Now I'm going to analyze this page so that you will understand why the company, this company Digital SEO came on the first page and this company Raga Designers came on the 10th page. So analyze this page. Now I'm waiting for the keywords to come. Yeah, look at this. Where is digital here? Where is digital? I don't see digital here at all. Digital marketing services is here. Look at the occurrences, only 5 times. This is why this company is coming in the 10th page. Why that company is coming on the first page? Because they've used the keywords in the right manner. This you need to do for the entire website if you want your website to be on the top. Okay, so whenever you are making the write-up, I'm coming back to my slide now. Whenever you are making the write-up, you would have to inculcate the right keywords. How will you know the keywords? You should know how your customers are going to search you. You have to do a little bit of research. As I told you, it's a very big topic, so I'm not getting into the deep of all that. It's a very big topic, but then these keywords have to be researched and inculcated in the websites. And then that is called as search engine optimization, SEO. You must have heard this term again and again from some people. You might have wondered what is SEO. This is called as SEO, right? SEO. So to what extent the keywords can be stuffed? Can I write 80% of my entire write-ups with the keywords only? No. As I told you, Google will disregard you. Remember the term Swayamvar. The queen will disregard you. So because you are showcasing the desperation, you should not use the keywords beyond 5%. 3 to 5% is the right amount with which you can write using the keyword, you can write the write-ups. Okay. So, so integration. So beyond your website, you can use the keywords in your blogs, in your social media, in your mobile application, YouTube channel, Twitter, Instagram, all those places you can use the keywords and you have to integrate all that. How will you integrate? When you go to the website, there should be a link to go to all these places. Similarly, when I go to YouTube channel, there should be a link to come to your website. When I go to your Facebook page, there should be a link to come to your website. So when you integrate all these digital efforts, the keywords, whatever keywords you're using will be calculated. So when somebody is going to search you, your page will come on the first page, your website will come on the first page because you have done it extremely well and you have won the Swayamvar. Okay. So website optimization is also these. The Google will give points to these as well. The structure of the site. Look at the structure of the site. Home, 3 categories are there, and under 3 categories there are three subcategories are there. If you are going to structure the website like this, the Google will give you more points because it's not confusing. And always avoid these signs on the URL. Look at the example here. This is a very bad example of URL. newsky.com/news-30200, all that. Rather look at this. bbc.com/av/business/why the A380 never really took off. So before even I go to this page, I know what I'm going to read. If you're going to make your pages to appear like this, you will come on the front page. Name of the website is again very, very vital. Right? Okay. The metro tags and title tags are very important. I'll show you what is a title tag. This is the title tag. It's very important. You should give a title for all write-ups. Similarly, the description tag is very important. Holiday homes in Norway. There is a description beneath, right? Best choice of self-catering holiday homes in Norway, blah, blah, they've written. That is called as description. The description helps the crawler to understand what is he heading, where is he heading, what is he going to read inside the website. If you're going to put all this, Google will like you and put you on top. Right? Breadcrumb navigation is yet another technology which can be, see, for example, I am right now in the page called as foreign policy, but foreign policy is inside Obama administration. Obama administration is inside the page called news, world news, and world news is inside the page called news. So there is a map, roadmap given to me. I know how to go back to news. I just simply have to click on the news, right? So that is called as breadcrumb navigator. That can also be implemented. All these are very small little things. You can do it in coding, right? So on page headings, for example, heading will be diploma in management studies. If I'm clicking that, you will get the course overview in the second page. If I'm clicking that, I would get marketing, finance, and HR. If I'm clicking marketing, I will know the subjects taught in marketing. If I'm going to click that subject, consumer behavior, I will know who is the faculty who is teaching it. If I click that faculty, I will know what is his background. So if the structure is going to be extremely good like this, then Google again will reward you. As I told you, for every single thing, you might be getting points. Getting up above, competing or. I'll show you this example again, Zappos.com. One sec, I'll do that. Okay, so now the Zappos.com, look at the way how they have designed the website. Men, women, kids, department and all that. So the moment I'm going to click women, I know that they are selling shoes, clothing, accessories, sale, all that. And if I'm going to click the shoes, there is a lot of shoes, varieties of shoes are available. So this gives a clear picture for a customer, what he is going to purchase, how he is going to go to that, and how is he going to add that product to his cart and all that. So this is very, very vital. As I told you, this can be very simple. If you see it with the naked eyes, this can look very simple, but then all these are going to be really important for you to put your website on top, right? And this is called a schema markup coding. Something like if you can see the if you can see the green words, letters, right? That is called as schema markup coding. That is again very important. Right? Okay. Now the most important part, I still have about 18 minutes. So I will just quickly run through a very important part called analytics. What do you mean by analytics? If now that I have done a lot of marketing initiatives, without understanding whether those marketing initiatives are effective or not, if I don't understand that, then whatever I've done is completely waste. Imagine you write your exam and your teacher is not giving the corrected paper back to you at all. You would consider that exam to be a waste, right? Because you don't know the result. Very similarly, whatever initiatives you do on the internet have to be known to you in terms of the success factor. So you need to understand how exactly you are performing. For that, analytics is very important. Now, I'm going to give a surprise to you if you don't know. This analytics is completely given for free. Totally free. You don't have to spend even a single paisa or rupee to purchase this analytics packages. Who is giving this for free? It is given by Google only, because Google is the one who is asking you to impress her. So obviously she would give everything for free and she would want you to do best in your life, right? Google Analytics. So I'm going to explain you how are you going to empanel Google Analytics if you have a website for yourself or for your company, right? Very simple. I told you it's absolutely free. All you need is Google Analytics, a Google account, one Gmail account for your company, not for you, for your company. And you may have to go to google.com/analytics. Okay. Once you type this, I'm going to show all this in picture because I don't have time to show it in real. So I have taken screenshots of it. So you'll be able to understand. I'll anyway share the presentation with the management. You can take it from them. The The moment you type www.google.com/analytics, this page is going to appear. You are going to click on sign in analytics. You are going to sign up. I told you, don't use your personal account for this. Use a different account for your company, because it may require some commercial purposes. So please use a company's name, right? Your account name, again I'm telling you, your account name should be your company name, right? And I have taken the screenshot of a company which I consult. So unfortunately I have to ban the name. I am not supposed to share it in public. So I have just put a red mark on the top of their website, but this is the website URL. You should type your URL. You have a website, you want to know how good your website is performing in the Google, so you are going to type that website URL here. The moment you are doing here, this is a very important thing. It can be HTTP or it can be HTTPS. If you don't tick the right thing, the analytics will completely go for a toss. So please be very careful when you do this. That's why I'm telling you, insisting you here. It can be HTTP or it can be HTTPS. Right? Once you do that, it will ask you what type of business you are involved in. You may have to select. If you are from a college, then you can select education. If you are from a digital marketer, you can use digital marketing. If you are a sports management company, you can use sports, all that, right? So, and then you can tick all the options, because that's very vital. You want to know the analytics of everything, right? What you are doing here is you are ticking all the options, and you have to tick the bottom called as tracking ID. Get tracking ID. Please listen very carefully here. Get tracking ID have to be clicked, and it will ask you some agreement and all that. Don't worry about it. Nothing is going to be very harmful or anything. All these are very regular stuff, so you just can give I accept. The moment you accept it, look at this, the tracking ID they have generated, UA12744 blah blah, all that. Now we shall remember this number for something. I'll tell you why we want to remember 205-1. We'll remember the last 4 digits alone. 205-1 we will remember now. Okay, so this ID is getting created in Google Analytics. Okay, in Google Analytics. Now what you are here now doing is you are going to your website. You may have your website in any domain. It can be in Wix domain, it can be in a WordPress domain, it can be in a any domain. You could have purchased the website from any domain. There are 999 acres domain, any domain you can purchase. But when you purchase it, I have here I have taken the example of WordPress. Imagine if I have the website in the domain called WordPress, right? So because that is where the website example I had taken is with WordPress only. So if you go to the dashboard of your domain, you may find this word called plugin. Okay, don't worry about the speed with which I'm going. I'm going to share the slides with you, so you can always consult it later. Plugin. Once you click the plugin, it will ask for add new. Once you click that add new, you are going to search Google Analytics. Okay, there will be a search box appearing. You are going to search Google Analytics in your domain page, I'm telling. Okay, in your WordPress domain. It will be like your Play Store application. You download a lot of apps in your Play Store, right? So when you type something, a lot of apps will come in front of you. Very similarly, when you type Google Analytics, lot of applications would come and fall in front of you in the screen. You have to be very careful, because you should not download some fake or duplicate one, right? So you should go for this Google Analytics for WordPress by Monster Insights. It's very, very important, this name. Similarly, Google Analytics for Wix, Wix by Monster Insights, right? This software I would suggest you, because this gets updated now and then, time and again they come and update. Look at the last update they have done 4 weeks ago, and look at the number of stars they have gained. Out of 576 people, 4 stars is something phenomenal, right? So you can download this Google Analytics. Okay, once you download it, of course you have to install. Once you install it, what you have to do is you just have to go and click Insights. The moment you click Insights, it will ask for authenticate your Google account. Authenticate your Google account. So once you click that, this page will appear. Your Google page will appear. Again, you have to give the ID, password. When you give that, you remember that ID which we remembered, 205-1, which came in Google Analytics will now appear on WordPress. Okay, which was created in Google Analytics is now appear on WordPress, the domain. So both are getting integrated. Since both are getting integrated, the advantage of it is the reports. Now you have integrated both. If you click the reports, you will know how effectively. Don't worry about the quality of the picture; it's very bad, but still, you know, you will know how many people have come into my website and how many of them belong to which category. All that you will know. See, look at this: 26 sessions, 40 views. Average time they stayed in my website is 1 minute and 12 seconds. Bounce rate. That's very important term. What do you mean by bounce rate? Somebody coming to my website and going out of it in 3 seconds or 5 seconds is called as bounce rate. Bounce rate is a negative term. You should reduce the bounce rate. It is 69%, very bad. It should come down to 15 or 20% ideally, right? And all these reports are coming in WordPress now. Now this is not the beauty. The beauty is different. Again, you can sign into Google Analytics, and once you sign into Google Analytics, you will get more reports. For example, there is a column in the side box, you know, the left hand side. You can find the columns. These columns. One is real time, audience, acquisition, behavior, and conversions. I'll tell you one by one. Real time is the analytics about the people who are right now on your website. There are 20 people browsing your website in the current time. You will know all details about them, which age group they belong to, what you know, category they are all coming from, what is the gender, what is the income level, from which country they are coming. All that will be known in the real time. Audience is the past data. Before you logged in, whatever the data is there will be shown to you. Acquisition is one important thing you need to know. From where they are coming. Okay, did they come to your website through search? Did they come to your website through Facebook page? Did they come to your website through YouTube? How did they come? Or they typed your website sorry, URL www.xyz.com. Did they type that and come to you? All that you will know. Behavior. Behavior means in your website how long they are spending time. For example, if somebody is going to spend more time on a specific, for example, you go to amazon.com. In amazon.com, you are spending more time on the mobile phone page. That is called as behavior. You spend more time on Amazon mobile phone page because you would want to purchase a mobile phone. If you spend more time in Amazon to purchase a fragrance, okay, so that behavior will be recorded. Similarly, conversions. Conversions means how many of the products are being bought by them on your website. All these are will appear like a date as a data in front of you like this. Look at this. From YouTube, this website has got 1,799 people coming in. Direct www.xyz.com. By typing directly, 926 people have come in. Through Google, by search, 814 people have come in. By referrals, 54 people have come in, 55 people are coming. So there are several things which are given to you. So you will know, and the entire behavior of your crawlers. Based on this data, you can enrich your website, right? And all these are going to be extremely completely free. That's the beauty of it. Google Analytics is something you have to download if you have a website and understand how exactly the market is working, your website is doing in the market. Very, very vital. Okay, now technology in the marketing efforts. As I told you, search engine optimization is very vital. Search engine indexing. So once you do SEO, indexing will automatically happen. Your website will get listed in the Google in a proper manner, right? Social media marketing, very important. You are expected to make your presence as a company in Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, all those places. Having mere website alone is not going to be helpful for you. You need to put your presence everywhere, if at all, if you want to sell the product beyond the boundaries. Okay, and Google Analytics and AdWord Analytics are very important. AdWord Analytics, Google Analytics means how your website is performing, which we saw now. AdWord Analytics is how my advertisements are performing. How many people are seeing my advertisements, how many people are coming to my website by looking at the ad. All that are called as AdWord Analytics. AdWord Analytics is not free. You have to pay to Google for that. And real-time bidding, I told you, bidding means the third party is bidding, bidding, what is bidding, right? They are bidding to the Google to put their advertisement on the website. Okay, that is called as real-time bidding. I told you it all happens in microseconds, right? Multi-platforms integration. I told you you have to integrate, and of course, as I told you, botting. Bringing artificial intelligence in the entire trajectory is going to help you like anything to establish yourself in the market. Okay, so with that note, I think I have covered the most important things in technology. If you would want to scale up your marketing efforts to different places beyond the place in which you have your physical appearance, physical company. So now I would like to stop here, and if at all, if there is an opportunity down the line, we can have a full-fledged course in all these things, because this is a topic which have to be discussed for long hours. Okay, but then I have concised it and given it like a sandwich, right? So probably what you can do is we can take up some good questions if there are some. Thank you.
Sharmila ma'am, request to give the chat options to this for participants.
Thank you, sir. It's a really very effective, interesting, and informative session. Already, I'm getting very good feedback about your session from students and professors.
Okay,
thank you very much.
Thank you.
Participants, you can ask your questions in the chat box. Now, I request.
If you can read the questions, it will be great, because I'm not able to get that on screen. If somebody can read the question, it will be great for me.
Yeah,
thank you.
Now I request Dr. Srivamsi, BMS program head, to take over the session. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. We'll just wait for 2 minutes for if there's any question answer session. We'll just wait for 2 minutes, and then we'll take over. If there's any question, you people, your participant can post it in the chat box. Yes, we have a question now. So there's a question. The question says, "Sir, the technology you invest in today may seem to be out of date almost the moment it is installed and up and running. Does technology become expensive and obsolete?"
See, the problem with every marketing effort has its own merits and demerits. Okay, not only we should not complain technology in this. For example, imagine take the example of Boost. We all know Boost, right? It's an energy drink. So when the Boost was initially launched, at some years ago, they had Kapil Dev as their brand ambassador. Later, Kapil Dev, lost his charm, and Sachin Tendulkar was the brand ambassador. And later it was Mahendra Singh Dhoni, and right now Virat Kohli is doing. So, even in the regular marketing initiatives, you may have to change the efforts, based on the taste and preferences of the consumer. So that is what I would say. In the technology also, it is inevitable. If I am going to create a website, see, 20 years ago, if I create a website and if I have an e-commerce platform, for example, I am allowing the consumers to come and purchase product from a website itself was considered as a technology. Today, that is not enough. You may have to do all these techniques which I taught you, which I discussed with you, right, in the last 75 minutes or so, to put your website on top. So the competition has become intense. So obviously the capital expenditure which comes along with that will also become high. So you may have to be prepared for it. Today, all these things are working out. Tomorrow, there will be something else coming in, taking over all these efforts. So you shouldn't shy away from, spending for this. So we can't call it as an expensive or obsolete. Rather, we should consider that as an evolvement. That is how everything gets evolved in the life, right? So.
Next. So there is another question. Can you explain about botting?
Okay, yeah, that is one good thing, good question, because I didn't, considering the time, I didn't do that. Botting is nothing but introducing the artificial reply. For example, when you go to the best Facebook pages today, you do that today after this session. You go to the pages like British Airways or something like, pages like, Zoom Cars. Okay, all these companies are having wonderful Facebook pages. When you go there and type something, even Amazon.com, you go and type the help button. Okay, click, sorry, not typing, clicking the help button. When you do that, there will be a chat bot available in front of you, a chat screen. When you type something to them, there will be an instant reply coming. Okay, for example, can you tell me the price of this product? The moment you type that, the price of the product is 15,500 or something, reply will come to you. How does it come? Do you think somebody else is typing on the other end? It is not that. They have introduced botting system over there. So botting means, what I'm doing is, I understand the questions which will be asked by my consumer as a human being. I program all that inside the technology and make the technology to reply. Botting, you know, robot, right? Robot is called as botting. So a technology itself is replying for the consumer, and that will be very important, because you will not be, you can't be vigilant all the time sitting in front of the computer screen and answering people. That is not your job. So you may have to understand the FAQ, frequently asked questions by your consumer, and give the answers to the botting, and the botting will do the answering to the consumer. That's called as botting.
Next question, Felina.
How to create brand image digitally?
Okay, it's a very simple question, but it's a very intense answer. As I told you, you may have to do all this. And the most important, I would rather say that the most important thing, two things which you may have to follow in the online market is, first one is, consistency. Very, very important. You know what happens with all of us? We all would want to start a YouTube channel, right? Somebody is good in cooking, somebody is good in singing, somebody is good in dancing. So we all wanted to start a YouTube channel. But the problem is, after posting some 5 videos and we don't get likes at all, or nobody is sharing my video, so we lose interest. So if that is going to be the case, it won't work out. So consistency is very important. Your page or your Facebook page or any digital effort would get popularized or would get famous only over the period. So you should have patience. That is one thing. The other thing is relevancy. You should be highly relevant. All the contents which are posted today should be relevant to the current market. Otherwise, it will not be sustainable. By doing these two, you may probably get brand image down the line.
How do we know which are the main keywords for a website?
How do you know? Sorry, I didn't get your question.
How do we know which are the main keywords for a website?
Okay, that is called as keyword research. Okay, which is again a very, very big topic. You may have to do a research to know that. It's not a very easy job. It's a very difficult job, I'm telling you, because you should know how your consumers are going to search for you. For example, I'll give an example in my industry. I work for an MBA college. Okay, so in MBA college, people teach MBA. People call that as an MBA, and sometimes the people, if it is university, it is called as MBA. If it is a non-university pattern, then it is called as PGDM. Both are one and the same, right? So if I am going to create a keyword for my website for an MBA program, I should not be creating MBA only for MBA only for the word MBA. I should also be creating the word called PGDM, both, because people can search with both the names. So I should know how my consumers are going to search for me. And the searching behavior will change based on the market. For example, all these days, if you want to go to a resort, okay, the first thing you would look out for a resort is the amenities, the beach view, the food availability, all that. Now today, there is one other factor that's gotten included, that is called a safety. Okay, how safe it is going to be, how sanitized the resort is now. All these are going to be a basic decider for the next 2 years, I'm telling you. Even beyond that, we don't know. But then, if you understand that this is going to be a keyword decider, you have to immediately inculcate. So you have to do the research again and again. There are several models and methods which the keywords can be derived, which is again a topic for a longer discussion.
One last question, sir. Sure. What type of technological marketing strategy is best for startups?
Okay, so for a startup, it's a very good question, because in general what happens is the startups are highly anxious people. because most of the time I consult digital strategies for startup companies. And what I find from them is, because most of them are young folks, so when they start the company, they would want their website to be on top for every keyword. Okay. And if that doesn't happen, they get highly anxious because they feel that people are not coming to the website, they don't know about them. So my suggestion, to simple suggestion for anybody, to a startup or an individual consultant or someone, is that have patience. Search engine optimization and other techniques would work only after 6 or 8 months, because Google, as I told you, Google is doing this for free. It's a service. They are not charging even a single penny for it. But then what they would do is they will see how many days you are doing it consistently. If I'm going to post something on my website once in a week, Google will see how long is he doing it. Wait and see. If I'm doing it for 1 month, then again I go out of it for 2 months or so, and then again I come and post some 3 articles and all that. Google will not consider me. It will disregard me. Rather, if I'm going to be consistent, I post 1 article every week for the next 6 months, Google will start reading my keywords and put me on the top. So my suggestion to this question is, instead of asking what are all the strategies I should do, I would rather say that whatever strategy you are doing, you should be consistent on that. That would be fruitful.
Okay, there's a repeated question 2-3 times, sir. What is your view on cryptocurrency?
Okay, so that I think, I would rather say that, it will take some time. Okay. And it is completely based on the way with which the people are going to take it up. Now that due to this pandemic and all that, now it has become widely popular, but it also requires some social reforms along with it. For example, if you want everybody to practice it, literacy rate plays a major role in that, right? So I would probably say that in a country like India, or a developing country, or a country which is lower to India in terms of the revenue, GDP and all that, it will take some time. It is not only, I would rather say that it doesn't depend completely on the marketers, but it depends on the governments. So how exactly they are taking it forward. But I'm sure there will be a cash abolishing system down the line.
So there are many more questions actually. Is it fine if I give one more?
Yeah, no problem. I can take, no problem. You have the other program, I know. So that's why, otherwise I don't have a problem.
I'll just give one more, sir. Sir, although technology can actually improve productivity in some cases, many people find they miss the more social aspect of a traditional company where staff and clients showed up in person to do business. So do you think the technology is a destroyer of social boundaries?
No, that's what I'm saying. So there is always pros and cons in everything. So of course, if you are going to look at technology as a bane, it is a bane. If you see the technology as a boon, it is a boon. See, for example, I'll tell you, 25 years back, 30 years back, somebody would want to purchase a scooter. I don't know whether the present generation knows about it. Probably some senior professors would know. If at all, if you want to purchase a scooter, you will have to order it. And the order, then the moment they get the order, there will be a note sent to the factory to produce it. And, they may have to wait for 6 to 8 months time to get the scooter. Okay. So in those days, if you can ask your grandfathers, they would tell you that they would have waited, sometimes they will say that, yeah, I have purchased, I have booked Bajaj Chetak as a scooter, and I'm waiting for it to come. My token number is 172. This is how they used to say. And fine day, somebody knocks your door and tells you that your scooter is ready, please come and take it from the showroom. And you will run on that day, literally. But today it's not that case. Very similarly, 20 years ago, if at all, if you want a phone connection in your home from BSNL, you really have to go and slog. If the phone is going to be dead, it is going to be completely not working. You may require a lot of time for them to come and repair it. But today, look at the way how the service quality have improved. The customer tolerance level has gone down. If you are not going to be serviced properly, you are just going to throw him off. Not only that, you are going to write a bad negative review about him on the Facebook page, on the review pages. So his stars are going to come down. The moment he is knowing that the stars are coming down, he will give a better quality. So this has increased the service quality and also the productivity quality. So it is all up to how we are looking at it. So if you ask me personally, yeah, in certain situations it could have been better, but most of the times it was very enriching.
Yeah, I think we'll close the question and answer session.
Thank
We'll
you.
just go ahead.
Sure.
Thank you so much, Dr. Satya. Now I would request all the participants to switch on your videos for the photograph. The link for the feedback form will be sent in the chat box, and you are requested to fill it and submit by the end of the session. Participants will receive the certificates within 10 days of the workshop. Please do switch on the videos for a pic.
Requesting all to switch on your video for the group photograph.
Come on, guys. Please switch on. So many are not. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take.
Probably they don't have a better background.
Maybe, sir. We'll just
Yes,
go ahead.
ma'am.
Hi, Dr. Srivamshi, BMS Program Coordinator. On behalf of Student Research Development Cell, Shoda, School of Commerce, JB University, and iNurture Education Solution, Bengaluru, I feel immense pleasure to take this opportunity to propose a vote of thanks to Dr. Satya, who spared the time from his busy schedule to grace the event. Thank you so much, sir. And I think that all of those who watched us today, it was really helpful, particularly the way Dr. Satya explained how technology have attracted the international audience. He rightly said that creation of need is the rule number one in marketing, and how technology has supported the marketing efforts. He also explained in details with statistics as how these technological tools are important to come up with best marketing strategies. Dr. Satya, we really appreciate your insight on technological influence on international marketing. I further extend heart thanks to Dr. Dinesh, Head of School of Commerce, JNTB University, Dr. Jaishilan, MLI Vertical Head, iNurture, Professor Neelima ma'am, Dr. Smita ma'am, for all their support, guidance, and giving us an opportunity to be a part of this wonderful national webinar. I would also like to thank all the research team members, faculty members, program coordinators, and students who participated actively in the event and for sharing their insight. Once again, I would like to thank you all for being with us this evening. Have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you. Thank you so much. It was really a wonderful session. I think it was more actively taken part, in fact, and I think most of us would have, definitely benefited with the knowledge.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
And a
Sapita.
special thanks to
for-
Professor Feline, because she was the one instrumental. Thank you,
Yes,
Feline.
thank you so much, Feline ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
See you then.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
All the best.
Students, you can leave
The
the session.
feedback thing, please share. Please do fill it.
After you fill the feedback form, you can leave the session, students. Thank you.